Richard Ayoade is here. So if you were asking yourself a question now, what would it be?
I mean, couldn't you get anyone else to come? Perhaps that would be the question. I mean, in a way, the book's a comic book about film, really. It's not a deconstruction of the idea of interviews, particularly. Hopefully, it's a container for jokes that is themed around film.
So it's not about Richard Ayoade at all?
No, any more than the Moose story by Woody Allen is about his grappling with wildlife.
So, what would you then ask yourself?
You know the 2,000-year-old man that Mel Brooks played wasn't actually 2,000 years old.
Really?
He was still Mel Brooks.
Oh, okay.
It's not possible to be 2,000-year-old. He was kind of joking.
But it's like, you see, I mean, you know what happens now, in that
Yes.
normally, in an interview like this, I ask you a few questions
Yes.
about your book.
Yes.
Because that's what you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to promote your book because
No.
of broadcasting rules.
Of course.
So I then ask you something serious.
Yes.
Now, the serious thing I'd like to ask
Which I will parry.
is that you're the son of a Nigerian and a Norwegian.
Yes.
Which is quite unusual. And I wonder, do you feel a very strong sense of being a role model for British Norwegians?
I do, and I feel that Norway as a nation looks to me and my activities in many ways to marshal any kind of policies that they can drum up, and have been doing so for a while. In fact, they're starting to send me the Christmas tree rather than directly to Trafalgar Square. They just send it to me now.
But do you think there should be more British Norwegians on British television?
I think there should be more Norwegians everywhere. I feel, they have a relatively high birth rate, and the population stays the same. They're fleeing. It's like rats leaving a ship, and they just can't, they're everywhere. You can't move for Norwegians in this city, and I, for one, think it must be stopped. Because I don't dislike interviews. It's a bit more like it's like commuting. I accept it as a part of this, but no one loves it with all But it's fine.
I get that. But give me something in return. I mean, because the other part of you is look.
That was not a good chat up line. What do you want?
That explains a lot. But
I've given you my heart.
You are a rarity.
I'm 10 a penny.
In the entertainment industry right now.
I'm not in the entertainment industry. I don't entertain people, and no industry can be built on my nasal voice.
But you are, and you are young, Cambridge educated, black, British.
Sure.
And that's quite a rare subset.
Yes, it's a hell of a medical form.
But you're not going there. While there's this massive campaign.
Where should I be going?
Well, no. What I mean is, Lenny Henry and David Harewood and all those people.
I know who
other
they are.
Black people in the entertainment industry.
There are others. Yeah.
Have been pushing this big campaign about diversity in television.
Yes.
And you're not going to go there as a subject.
How do you mean go there as a subject?
Well, do you
go there as a subject?
I do personally.
Where are you?
Yes.
Where are
I
you
think there should be more, but now you're interviewing me.
Well, that's interesting.
And that's fine.
You see, what was interesting, I thought, about your interview with Tarantino, apart from the notorious nature of the kind of "I'm shutting you down," was the bit when he said, "This is an advert for my movie."
Exactly.
That was the interesting bit, and that to me was the elephant in the room. Not, you gainfully kind of and pushed through and tried to get him to talk about violence, which he wasn't going to do. But he was outraged that he could not advertise his film. And that, I thought, was very interesting, and is interesting about the essential lie of the interview situation.
And you're sort of doing the same thing tonight, but...
In a way, yeah.
But Richard, thank you very much indeed for coming.
Don't thank me. I've done nothing for you.